What's going on, and welcome to Black King's Free Game. You guys, I could not wait for this episode because we have a powerhouse in the building today. So, Sheriff Bowman.
What's happening?
How you doing today, Sheriff?
I'm doing well. Can't complain.
Now, you know we're going to start off asking you how your week was, but we got to talk to King Myers right now. King Myers, how's everything been going on your end?
It's good, day by day. We're still recovering, but we're enjoying the moments. Our baby girl's getting big. She's almost 8 pounds now.
Wow.
Yeah, she's greedy, man. She's eating 4 ounces a day. I mean, every time she eats, she's eating at least 4 ounces. So that's surpassed what at her age she's supposed to be drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing good, man. Like I said, just taking it day by day.
Okay. Well, my week has been all right, as the sheriff and I were talking about it earlier, and it's just good to have good people in your corner that you can release certain things to. You know what I'm saying?
Name wrong.
So, say again.
His name wrong.
Oh, wow. We're going to have to change that. I thank you, King Myers, for noticing that. I know you didn't just disrespect. Look. Yeah, thank you. Let's go on and get it. We're getting that done right here live on air.
M-A-N.
Yeah. What in the world? Y'all, this is my engineer. We still got to give him big shots out, but you know, everybody make mistakes from time to time.
That's what I'm here for.
Yes.
I didn't know I was on the air when I said it.
Oh, no, we good. Hey, that's how live productions happen, y'all. You seen it right here. And the professionalism is coming from Liberty County once again.
That's it.
So, Sheriff, the reason I want to save you for last is because I know your week is full of surprises.
Always.
But how has this week been up until now?
It's been pretty good. I can say God's been good to me, and He blessed me to be in a county where I can touch a lot of lives and make lives better for people. So I really enjoy that. That is my passion, to help make this community move forward and be just a good steward for the community. You know, try to help these young people out as much as I can.
Yes.
And just be an example for them.
See, and everybody, I know you got to know, I love our youth. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm still a youth. I love our youth, and I love our community. No, there's no community that's perfect.
Right.
But when you have like-minded people, especially in offices, that really makes a difference.
Right.
Because you actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
Now,
I can't say I'm a youth, but I'm youthful.
youthful. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that because, you know, Eddie is the oldest one at this table right now. I believe, Eddie, you're 40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're the oldest one at this table.
No,
so
actually older than me.
Can you just roll with it sometime?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not this one.
Not that one.
New.
Hey, so we got some things coming up in Liberty County, and some things are happening in another county, but it's close enough to Liberty for us to claim it.
Right.
At the council, we're having a Juneteenth festival. It's going to be CJ the DJ. You know, he's a DJ on 94.1.
Right.
And I'll be out there hosting, and I want everybody to come out to that event, and so we can have a good time, show love, everybody build a rapport with each other, and start this connection.
Yes.
So I know, Sheriff, I just put this out, so I just want to let you know, you and your family or anybody on your staff, everybody is welcome.
Okay.
So I expect to see Eddie out there. Eddie be chefing it. He brought some crepes over here the other day.
Really?
Crepes.
Oh, man.
So I looked at it and I knew exactly what it was. So that's what threw me off. I was like, black man making crepes? Where we do that at? So, but that crepe was so good. And this morning my wife made crepes.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Okay. Unbelievable. So, Sheriff, we're going to get into some nitty gritty if you don't mind. I'm going to hit it off right off bat.
Okay.
If that's cool with you.
That sounds good to me. Let's do it.
All right.
Now, just remember now.
I got to come with it.
Whenever you ask me, you're going to get the truth.
Yeah, you better be prepared for it.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. Because I just want the truth. Seriously.
That's all I can do.
I am a big fan of you.
Yes.
Understand that. Mm-hmm. Really big fan. I do have questions that I think that the public would like to get some feedback on.
Okay. Let's do it.
A while ago, there was an incident that involved a bus. Do you remember that? Do you remember that incident, sir?
Yes, I remember it.
All right.
Yes, I remember it.
So the consensus from the community was, oh my God, it's racist, and you got people saying it was unfair, it was unjust. Now I looked at the video, right, and I have my own take on it. Mm-hmm. My take is, I was looking for a little bit more extraness for it to be exactly that.
Right.
I could see how general people would see, oh man, that's got to be racism. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what happened with that, and why is it that there's an uproar of the community being upset about that incident?
Well, just looking at that 20-second clip that everybody saw, it would make you go like, wow, what's going on here?
Yes.
But in every case, you have to have a leader that's going to be strong enough to just don't jump up and just go in an uproar about it. You have to you have to sit back, analyze, and get all the evidence first. But a lot of us like to prejudge before we have the facts. We were going to put the horse before the cart.
Yes.
And that's not something that we should do. Now, on that day, that incident happened in April.
Okay. But
I didn't find out about it.
How long have you been in office?
I was only in office 16 months.
Okay. All right.
16 months. And like I was saying, I think earlier program you can't change people's minds in 16 months.
Yes.
Especially when they're used to doing things not
one way.
Yeah, they're used to doing things one way. But back to that incident, like I said, it happened in April. I didn't find out about it until May, so that was 3 weeks later before anything ever came down. So when it happened, the guys was out there with the K9 unit, and they were just monitoring traffic. Now, Georgia law says if a bus with any vehicle with more than 6 wheels, anything more than 6 wheels must be stay to the 2 far right lanes, and that's the law. And I think it said on the sign it had 3 axles must be on the 2 far right lanes. So, in that instance, the bus was in the left lane. The bus had no markings on it. It was just a plain white bus with dark tinted windows. And for the first thing they said it was racial. That if you can sit on the interstate and you can tell me who's on a bus with dark tinted windows, that was the first thing right there to get people in an uproar. Bad news sales. Bad news sales, and that's what was going on at that point, from my perspective, what I was seeing. Now, 3 things that really kind of upset me about the entire thing is that you wait 3 weeks before you try to reach back out to and try to get some clarity of what actually took place.
So hold on. Let me get this right. So I was under the impression that when I saw it that had just happened. So you're telling me that when that incident happened, 3 weeks later is when you got information about that even happening?
Correct.
So what about so they released the video. Who released the video?
That came from one of the students.
Okay, but that student never released it beforehand. They just released it. So, okay. Yeah. I just had to ask that.
Right. So that was how this big ball got rolling. Second of all, when a team is out there on the interstate working, and a big vehicle like that, even if it's a tractor trailer, a school bus, or whatever, everybody goes to that bus because you don't know what you're going to encounter. So they was already out there. The K9 was already out there, and the driver, my guy stopped the bus, and they brought the driver off the bus, and they was talking to the driver. That was one point they should have just stuck with the driver. That was one thing, but that's a teachable moment,
Okay.
So we can coach them up on that. In my opinion, and what I instructed the guys on was when you encounter something like that, you are supposed to just address the driver. And once you found out it was a college team, it doesn't matter who it was, it don't matter. Then you just address the coach. Just those two individuals, and those two can take care of everything else. So that's like I said, that's a teachable moment, and that's something that you have to instill into your guys and let them know. Like I said, 16 months on the job, and it takes time to get everybody in the right mindset.
Yes, sir.
Second thing I think they did wrong was, I wouldn't say did wrong, what needed coaching up on was making a comment, like saying a bunch of college girls probably got a little marijuana. Okay, bad statement. Bad statement.
Yeah, bad statement.
You can think that, but don't say it.
Yes,
because perception is everything.
Yes,
and we live in that kind of world that if you make a mistake, people going to jump on it. It don't matter. It could be an honest mistake. And like I was telling the guys, that marijuana, what is the most recreational drug used in America?
That would be marijuana.
And I don't care if it was Princeton, Yale, Harvard, Purdue, whatever. High schools, you're going to smell marijuana. Somebody's going to use it. Even if you don't use it, if you're around it, it's going to get on your clothes. Just like if you go to a nightclub and you don't smoke, but when you come out of that nightclub, you're going to smell like smoke.
Yes.
So what's that called? That's called changing of odors right there.
Okay.
So if it's going to stay on you or stay on your clothing until you at least wash it.
Wash it, yes.
So odor transfer is real. So that could have been that's probably what the dog hit on, even though they didn't find anything.
Okay.
So until you wash your clothes, and dog nose is more sensitive now, so he's going to pick up on things.
Yes.
Then the other thing that was saying that they was throwing their underwear everywhere and going through. I'm like, and looking at the video, they did no more than what you would go through the airport at TSA.
Okay.
So if you're not offended by going through TSA, then you shouldn't have been offended with that. Like I said, perception is everything, and I hate that situation happened. But I didn't put my head in the sand. We dealt with it. So I did my investigation, and then once I looked at everything and saw that everything the officers did was by Georgia law. There's nothing that I could have done to change that to make them say they did something wrong. Okay. Per Georgia law, they had the right to stop the bus because it's in the wrong lane. The dog hit on that compartment, so they had to search it. They can't pick and choose when you search it, because if you do, then now you got to start. You want people, why you didn't check that position? Why you didn't check that bus? Why you didn't check this? Because you did this like that. So you have to have everything by procedure, and they did that. They checked that area once they get ready to go. I mean, they didn't search the girls. They didn't pull them off the bus or any of that thing like that. The dog was never close to the girls to them to intimidate them in any way. Like I said, it was just an unfortunate incident that happened, but we have to deal with those things and move forward and learn from it. So that's what we were doing, and to make sure that we did everything by the book and everything was up and clear, I called in the DOJ, Department of Justice, to go over the case and get their opinion on it. And their opinion came back and said we did not violate any Georgia laws, or there was nothing that was done civilly that we could be sued for. I mean, we did. So there was no lawsuit for Liberty County. Let's stop that myth right there. Liberty County did not get sued.
Okay.
If it would have been something that could have been us getting sued, I'm sure you'd have seen a lot of other leaders here coming in from everywhere, and do something to try to further embarrass our community.
Well, speaking of that, I'm sorry to cut you off because you addressed that, because I was concerned about just that video in itself, because I've learned a lot over these last few years about people going off on a tangent about something and not getting all of the facts.
Oh yeah.
You know,
the truth is always going to lag behind.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get as much, if it's not a lot of drama, then you're not going to get that much playtime for once the truth actually hit and the facts hit out. And
why ruin the truth
right
with a good lie.
Right.
Yeah.
But that affected me personally because I've never been called so many bad words and getting death threats, not only just for me but for my family. So in my humble opinion, it was blown too far of proportion, because if you're willing to try to hurt someone or kill someone over an incident,
a video, you don't even know everything.
You don't know all the information and facts. So by harming me or harming my family, is that going to really fix that situation?
I think that's worse than whatever the situation was. Because nobody in the whole situation was harmed.
Right.
So it can be ridiculous. But speaking of some of those things, since we're on that, I know that a lot of folks have been talking about, well, not even a lot of folks. You have some people that's been talking about you donated $20,000. The sheriff's department donated $20,000 to Bradwell basketball team.
No, not to the basketball team.
Oh no, the band, right?
It was. Well, what happened was I saw the video, well, not the video, the news report about Bradwell. I had no idea that the band was awarded a trip to Washington D.C.
Oh, okay.
Right. So me being an advocate for the school system and the kids.
Yes.
And I said, wow, this our county has a chance, and some of these young people has the chance to go out and represent us in Washington D.C. A lot of these kids probably won't ever get that opportunity again.
That is true. That's true.
And just seeing that report on news, I was like, man, we got to do something. I said, this community cannot not let these kids not go up there and represent us as a community. Liberty County in Washington, D.C. Just think about that impact that's going to, for those children.
Yes.
That chain reaction. And my thinking on that, as far as community policing, is why not the sheriff office cannot help them?
Yeah.
And just having that, being that though that camera system was part of with the school, I can get them up to 20% of the funds that's raised.
Oh, okay. So there was something that was connected with the school system,
right?
To where you could even provide the money because that was under your prior agreement. Right.
I couldn't bring that system in without the permission of the Board of Education and I wouldn't say the Board of Education, the school superintendent.
Okay.
Signed off on that. And then the only reason the county was brought into it, and that was signed by the chairman, is because the sheriff office is the governing authority, and the county commission governing authority, and we're equal by law.
Yes,
but they have the tax ID numbers and everything, so everything had to be funneled through the county, and through the county, then we can write the checks and do the thing.
I got you.
But let me make this one thing clear: I am not signed for anything in the Liberty County Sheriff Office for as funding.
Yes.
Money, checks, credit cards, I don't have nothing.
I got you.
So when we use the word misappropriation, we need to look up the word and see what it means. It does not mean I had no gains on that.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you call misappropriation, when you getting personal gains.
Yes.
I had never received anything.
Now, me personally on the whole situation, and I let the public notice, is I want to see participation in the community like that. Now, even when I saw it, I was like, what in the hell is going on, man? Like, what are we doing? Because I feel like even if they had a problem with that, I don't see it having to go all the way that it did go.
Well, first of all, it shouldn't go that way. Per Georgia law,
okay,
if there's a disagreement between the county commissioners and the sheriff, it is supposed to be handled offline or at court.
Okay.
Nothing should be discussed in an open meeting.
Okay. Now, when all that went down, why do you think it even happened? Like that right there, if somebody disagrees, because I was going to say that before you said that, not about the, the political part, but I was going to say, why couldn't someone just come up to you, hey, let me holler at you real quick, let me talk to you about this. Instead, man, we was looking at it on the news, hell. You know what I'm saying?
You tell me.
Well,
and that individual was told about it and was invited, but declined.
Oh,
but if it would have been a problem, you could have came to me.
Yeah, now that I agree. I agree with that. I mean, even just everyday life, if you have an issue, you either address it or you keep it to yourself or you tell somebody else that might address it for you to go talk to that person. But as far as if you got the gall to go and make it public, to make Liberty County look bad,
right?
I just don't agree with that. I don't know who started the whole thing, but that's not too tactful.
No.
At all.
If you look, every sheriff office that has that system or one close to that system, they have faith in their sheriff. They don't second guess their sheriff do what's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've been honest all my life. I didn't just get new to this. I'm true to it.
Yes. I appreciate the community involvement, but those are some things that I wanted to get out in the open. Now I've done my own research.
I do have to give a shout out to the community. I do appreciate the community coming up, speaking out for me.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. They stepped up. They see that you got a sheriff that's active, that wants to make sure our kids prosper and our community flourish. And that's what I'm here for. That's it. That's the only reason.
And I have a friend that is in works for the sheriff's department. And recently,
there we go. Let me fix that.
The sheriff's department.
We're a sheriff office.
Office. Okay.
Now,
not department.
The sheriff department. Let me tell you the difference between the two.
Okay.
The sheriff department works under a county commission.
Okay.
Because they have their own appointed person. They have a chief.
I got you.
Then I'm elected by the people. I am a constitutional officer, and I am governed by the Constitution of Georgia.
Okay.
I do not fall under any rules or regulations by the county commissioners.
Okay. Cool.
That's the difference. So it's the Liberty County Sheriff Office.
Well, I have a friend that works at the Liberty County Sheriff's Office. I won't say y'all name, but their insurance changed on them.
Yes.
What happened was they said that they were paying a high something on their check, and they couldn't save like they wanted to. But then I heard that you were the man behind this, and now that's changed, that the county has adopted that, and you've helped a lot of people, get some more extra money on their check.
Yes, it's just like a paycheck.
So tell me a little bit about the insurance program. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, when I took over in 2021, that was one of the biggest complaints. The insurance is too high. The health insurance was too high for the single people and the family. So a deputy was paying maybe close to $1,500 every month for insurance, for health insurance. And I asked every year, can we do something? But I kept getting the same answer. This is the best we can get. And I'm not one of them persons that just accept that. So, of course, I did my own little research. And I checked with other counties to see what they were doing. It was kind of bad to find out that Little Whiskey had better insurance than Liberty County.
Oh, man.
So something was wrong with that. So I worked with some of the sheriffs, like from Appleton County, Glenn County, and found out what in Wayne County as well, and find out what they were doing. Mm-hmm. So I put a group together, and we were going to separate from the county. I was going to bring my deputies from the county and get our own insurance, independent own insurance, and pay less money. Okay. So that's when I got the attention.
Wait. So you started yours, and you were about to. Oh, that's right, because you're your own office.
That's right.
Your own, so you can separate.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
But they needed the numbers, so my numbers were more than everybody else. So, so you know, I like I said, I'm a team player. So they wanted to go ahead and they got the sister unit of the company that I was going to bring in, and that sister unit is the company that we're going with now. So our insurance has been cut almost in half.
Oh, and
wow! Every year after, up to probably the next 3 to 4 years, how much money we save on the back end, but money we don't spend, and also on the medication. The insurance should be cheaper and cheaper and cheaper until eventually the insurance should be free for all employees.
No.
Yes.
Hey, I'm gonna have to get on that, man.
That's the power of going out and actually doing what you say you're gonna do. Right. And that was my mission, because I was losing good officers because they were going to different places because they said the insurance was too high. And I couldn't get good officers because they said the insurance was too high. Yeah. So that's more like another pay raise right there for those officers.
Yeah, that bumped them up.
Right. So that's a good deal. And that's another one of my recruiting things. Now, so that helps us get better officers in, because I'm not going to just pick and bring in any type of officer. You got to have a certain mold. Yes. Because I care about our citizens. I want to make sure that our officers, when they get on that road, they know how to talk.
I know that's right.
Because you're not going to just go out there and just talk bad to the citizens. Yeah. And like I said, going back to that mindset, that's why I always tell all the officers when I hire them, the first question I say, who do you work for? And most of them say, I work for you. And I said, no, you don't. You work for the people of Liberty County, just like I work for the people of Liberty County. I said, you don't have to worry about making me happy. As long as the people are happy with what you're doing, then I'm going to be happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's facts.
So that's where I come from on that. Yep. And also, I said one of my favorite major. Big shouts out to Major Sasha Crum now.
Shots out, Major. Shots out, applause from us.
My major went to a jail conference, and of course he was networking, and he discovered that we can use Obamacare in the jail.
Say what?
Yes.
Wait a minute. So the people that y'all have in your jail,
yes,
they can get Obamacare. Now, does that mean that they, like, if something happened, the county still has to pay like the doctor bill? Or
no. That's the thing. Now, once it's like pre-trial, before they're not convicted of anything.
Hey, y'all, this free game, not the free game that you might want, because you don't need to have your ass in jail. But right. Listen to this.
So if they get arrested and they come to jail, and we can offer them to sign up for Obamacare. Okay. So while they're in the jail, if they get sick or they have to go to the dentist or eye doctor, Obamacare will pick up that, and that the taxpayers don't have to pay that anymore.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So we get to save money on that also.
Yes.
Well, and what'd you say this lady's name is that brought all the information back?
That's the mayor. That's Sasha Crum now.
Sasha Crum now. Thank you, Major. We appreciate that. See, when you network, stuff happens.
Yes.
See, and we would have never known that. See, things that come, like people do work and they never actually see where all the work of the benefits they get. They only see the times where they don't like something.
Right. And that's what I'm trying to kill, that myth that every time your taxes go up, the fallback thing is to say, oh, it's the sheriff department, the sheriff office. The sheriff office is what makes your taxes go up. No, the sheriff office doesn't make your taxes go up, because Georgia law says. Notice I always go to Georgia law.
Yeah, I got you.
Georgia law says I have to present the county commissioners a reasonable budget.
Yes.
Reasonable. Now, whether that budget get passed or cut, that's totally up to the county commissioners. So I don't just have a pen. I can just write magic money and just spend all you want. That's a myth. But
a lot of people feel that way.
But that's how these it's been going for years. It's easy to blame it on an agency that's independent of the county to make them look like the villains, but we're not. We're not the villains.
Now I remember in our previous talks that you have grant writers, and that's something that I'm big on. Is Liberty County didn't have a grant writer right now.
Right, the county doesn't have a grant writer, but the sheriff office does.
Wow, I think that's something that we need to follow up with. King Boston says he's tapping in. What's going on, King Boston? I know you enjoying the seas.
What's up?
Yeah. And guys, I want to let you know this now. The Liberty County Sheriff's Office, right? Office. Y'all better get it right. We'll be having this because our sheriff wants to be transparent with the public, and I can't do anything but salute you. So that means that you'll be getting information bi-weekly or even weekly if things were to change or if something was to happen that the public needs to be notified. It'll be right here on Black Kings Free Game.
Right.
All right. So, Sheriff, you let them know that that's where we're getting our information from.
That's right. Black Cleans. We get it from Black Cleans.
So it'll be every week or every other week, guys.
Yes.
And don't forget to go to YouTube, subscribe to Black Kings Free Game. Right. Black Kings Free Game. Mitchell Boston, King Boston says, salute to the sheriff. Looking forward to the he said looking forward to the inmates' health care.
Yes.
And also with that, when they get out, they'll still have that.
Yes, they take it with them.
Oh wow.
So at the same time, you're still looking out for wow.
Yes.
That's an amazing move. Thank you, Major, for bringing that back so that we can get that instituted right here in Liberty County.
Oh yes. I tell you, I send them guys to school to learn.
Yes.
And bring it back. We don't, when we go to classes and stuff like that, we don't go out there and just lollygag. We come back and we try to put it to work.
Look, now to get off of some of those heavy things that we talked about.
Okay.
I want to talk about some wonderful things. With it coming up with Juneteenth, I don't think a lot of people understand what Juneteenth is.
Oh.
Are you familiar with it?
I'm very familiar with it. I was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
So if you give people a brief description on Juneteenth and what it's really about, if you don't mind.
Well, Juneteenth is about when the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, everybody didn't get the word.
Yes.
So the people in Texas were still under the slave master rules.
Yes.
And I think it was 2 years later before they got the word and found out they was free. And so, when they got that word, it was on June 19th.
Yes.
So that henceforth gives you Juneteenth celebration.
Juneteenth celebration. Now, get this. Since the date that the sheriff has just said, when did it really start being a day in the United States? Now, it's always been a day to people that celebrate.
Right.
But when it was recognized by the whole United States of it being a day, it came a lot later.
Yes.
And a lot of things are coming a lot later with us. It's a lot of things that we fail to want to recognize or stand up for.
Right.
And we need to bring that unity back together.
Right.
And like tomorrow, I believe it was Miss Lisa Thomas and some other folks from the NAACP.
Right.
Will be coming on and we'll be having a good discussion. And I would like to see a lot more encouragement for us to start doing things together. I know I keep saying it a lot, but together.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Because all we see is other people coming after other people that's in another position. And I think that's, I don't want to say is it animosity, King Myers. Why do you feel that people actually, because even our sheriff here, Why do you think people are actually coming after him or trying to make light of things that shouldn't have been as what it was?
I think it's more because a lot of times people want to take they don't take the initiative to do it. So then when somebody else does it, it's almost like, man, I thought about that. I should have did that.
Yeah.
So then to make it seem like the idea was, well, I guess I say whack or not so good, they try to downplay it. A lot of times people as ourselves, we got this whole crab in a bucket mentality.
Yes.
They see somebody doing something good. Oh, he's a black sheriff, so there's something behind it. He has an alternative motive.
Yeah.
Behind it. So they create this narrative so that people can try to investigate, because a lot of people are going to look. This new generation of kids are going to look. A lot of them don't just listen to what you say. You can say, well, the sky is black. They're gonna go out there and look, and then they're gonna wonder, why is the sky black? So to put a narrative or downplay something that somebody does good, because misery loves company.
Right.
I couldn't think of it, so he shouldn't get the credit for it, because I did think about that before, but okay, he's making it look better than what I thought. And that's what it comes down to when you look at it. It's why did he come up with it when I could have come up with it? Instead of enjoying the moment, they want to downplay it because they didn't create it.
Yeah.
So it's all about a narrative, really.
Now, being a non-ether man, you know what I'm saying? We can say black, but being a non-ether being, right? How has that played on your mental? Look, and we talking serious right now,
right?
Because I'm a man, he's a man. We know things,
right? We
know what we go through, because there's nobody, and I'll say this proudly, Queens, because I want y'all to hear me. The most submissive being on earth would be a man, in my eyes. Women are very submissive in certain ways, but when you have an authority figure over you and you have testosterone in you, and I'm saying this because I'm just being real. Egos, everything goes into play with us as men, especially if you don't have a mature mind. You'll see egos come out in all types of forms.
Right.
But competing with so many egos that feel like they should be in the same position with you, that feel like, oh, I think I could do a better job, but they know they would never be a sheriff.
Right.
And you having to deal with home life. For me to hear, and I'm going to be real with y'all, for me to hear that because of an incident y'all saw when he wasn't even there, and y'all are calling his phone with foolishness like that, that's cowardly. That's very cowardly. Because I'm pretty sure that even by now he's probably done more for the community than you can ever fathom. For you to come out of your mouth like that and say things about his family and himself, about a situation where he wasn't even at. He, at that time, the only control he had was the education of his officers. That's a disgrace. And I have to put that out there like that, because I apologize that happened to you, bro.
It's okay. It's part of the job, and that's what I signed up for. Like I said before, somebody got to be the tip of the spear.
I understand, Queen Bowman. Hey, hats off to you. I apologize on behalf of Liberty County. I don't care who like it. I apologize that you had to go through that, because when you're dealing with somebody's family, I can imagine if they would say something to King Myers. If anybody came at this Joker family, oh my God, it's over with. Same with me, but Myers is ready to. Yeah, he's ready. You hear me? But yeah, I apologize that happened. But with you dealing with that, what's your mental like? What? How do you relax, man?
Well, my queen gets a little irritated with me, but I have to hit that little white ball around.
I got you. That golf.
That golf, yeah. That's my.
Yeah, you was about to say, Chef, you gotta be politically correct here now. You can't just say white ball now. We all know what the 8 ball means. You gotta be political. I'm glad you said golf.
Well,
the first thing they gonna say is Did you have someone talking about he was?
If you play golf, that's a golf term. They say that. They say that on golf. So
now everybody play golf though.
They have to get off the golf channel and get mad at me about that. But yeah, I get that, and then just talking to my queen, sometimes she be like, I know you don't want to hear it, but I hear her, but I don't like for her to worry.
Yeah, that's big with that,
and she gets a little upset with me about that because I don't want to put my burdens on her, even though she wants to help me and comfort me through what I'm going through.
Yes,
I just don't feel like I need to. When I go in my house, I don't want to bring what I do at work home.
Yeah, but
she can see it, in me. So just, and I just try to play it. I'll just say I'm okay. I'm good. But that's my frustrations. But like I said, man, I wouldn't trade what I'm doing now for the amount of people that I help.
Yeah,
for anything, and to have the trust in the people. I was just at the Bradwell and the Liberty High School graduation, and parents came up to me, some I didn't even know. They just said, "This is all because of you, what you do." And the kids were just coming up to me. That is a great feeling. I can walk in Walmart and a 5th grader or a 3rd grader come up and say, "Hey, you was at my school." Even though someone don't say my name correctly, but still, I'm in that moment. I'm proud because they know who I am. It doesn't matter if it's what nationality the kid is. Yeah, they know who I am, and that was one of the things that I really wanted to get the kids to know who the sheriff is, so you won't be fearful of the sheriff and know exactly what to expect.
Well, I'm gonna say this: you're not alone in that. When you try to keep things away from your queen, okay? I'm pretty sure Eddie does it. I know I do it. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to keep this in because I don't want to. Because sometimes you, as a man, you get into talking about a situation, you start getting passionate about the conversation.
Right.
And then it turns into something else it wasn't supposed to be. And it's like added stress.
Right.
Because now she's worried about it.
Right.
I find that to be a problem with me too. A lot of times I hold some stuff in and I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to disrupt other people's peace.
Right.
So look, I want to tell you this: if there's a time where you want to talk about something, man, come disrupt it because mine already out there. So it don't even matter, man. It does not matter. Sometimes we need that. I don't care if you just want to yell at somebody. Sometimes I want to yell at somebody, sure.
I have a great church family.
Okay. Yes.
And my pastor is Pastor Herman Scott of Baconton Missionary Baptist Church. Give it up for Baconton.
Baconton in the building.
And I got a lot of great people in that church, and they just, they keep me grounded. They keep me up. They say send the prayers out for me, and I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Just knowing I got that love right there.
Yeah, that church family is something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what I had to learn too is my pastor and Pastor Thorne over at First Calvary. Big shout out to Pastor Thorne.
Shouts out to First Calvary, Pastor Thorne.
And I was at his church one day, and he said, if people show you who they are, believe them. So I've been seeing people, and I know people now, so they showed me who they were, so now I know.
I get that. I get that. So I got a question for you, Eddie.
I'm sure I got an answer.
Look, you and I have been in Liberty County a long time.
Yeah, very long time.
I've got some stories because I've been pulled over too, right? And my consensus on being pulled over is I was pretty frightened. I was frightened, and upon me being frightened, I used to always keep our law enforcement as an enemy. the older I got, the more I started realizing how I was taught that. And it was taught because of the upbringing and what law enforcement was. But what is it now? Today we have a non-ether sheriff that is for the people. You know what I'm saying? It's for the people. Like you said, it didn't matter what nationality. It's for the people.
Right.
Have you felt the change in that?
I can't say, because I didn't have too many run-ins with the law. So I can't say I know the change.
Right.
To be honest with you. Now, have I heard the change? Yes. Have I seen it? Yes. Seeing a sheriff that's out here, face being seen. Like I said before, when one of the people who were trying to go for office came in, I said, well, I wouldn't vote for you because I don't know you.
Right.
I've never seen you. So if I've never seen you and laid eyes on you, I can't say I trust you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think in a way it has, but I mean, with every good thing comes bad.
Right.
It's never all good.
Right.
But I'm aware enough, or I'm sure enough that we have a person in charge that's going to see that bad and be able to say, I'm the sheriff, I should have had that changed, I'm going to get it changed, I apologize. Somebody who's taking accountability.
Right.
Because a lot of times when you see these bad things happen and the sheriff gets on there and they're trying to backpedal. They're trying to backpedal.
See, that's one thing about me. If we do something wrong, I'm gonna face it.
Right.
Well, we heard you when you said that those officers needed to be taught and to do better in that situation.
Exactly.
So that's taking accountability.
Right. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hadn't had much run-in with the police to say, oh, I see a change. And I think a lot of people who don't have too many run-ins or haven't had that situation, like I've had the situation of being an African American male, but it wasn't with a police officer. It was with civilians, or in the military.
Yes.
I've had those situations too, but never with a police officer to say, hey, because people are quick to say, and it's funny to me. And they be like, man, F the police. I don't mess with no police. But as soon as somebody rob your house,
you call the police.
You call the police.
I'm gonna call them folks. I'm telling you, dog. You don't put my stuff back.
So it's like one of those things. Like, what are you really saying? Like a double negative statement. Because as soon as something happens in your house, you're gonna call the police.
Exactly.
Somebody robbed you, you're gonna call the police. If somebody shot your kid, you're gonna call the police. Or shot somebody you love, you're gonna call the police.
Yeah.
But you run around saying, I don't F with the police.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of them things. Like, as a police officer, you win and you lose, regardless. Because whether you win in a situation, always like the situation with the Bravo, you seen an opportunity to do something good, to make a good and positive embracement with the police department, police office. With the police office, to make people aware that we are not your enemies. We're here to help.
Right.
We want to be in the community, but then somebody wants to turn it negative.
Right.
They want to spin the narrative because they have no part in it. Like, my thing is, like, you're not going to think of everything. That's why there's so many different people. That's why when you see in corporations, they have so many people that they have over the imaging and the ideas, because everybody can't think of all the ideas.
Right.
So instead of just enjoying the moment, you wanted to tank the moment.
Yes.
And that's not cool. That's not cool at all.
No.
Yeah. The moment was tanked, but it didn't succeed.
Right. And I get that.
Because if you would have got some of the remarks that people have been saying about that whole incident,
right,
and even some of the kids that are benefiting from this, because you got to understand that this is a moment in kids' lives. When we were in high school, bro, it didn't matter how bad we wanted to act like stuff didn't bother us. Well, I don't know, you're different. No, but what I'm saying is, like, you know, we all got to that age where we were going somewhere and we tried to act like we weren't excited to go.
Right.
You know, we were like, yeah, okay. But then that moment happened and you remember that for the rest of your life.
Right.
Some kids might not ever get to go to, was it Washington?
Right.
They'll never in their life might not be able to go to Washington, D.C. But now they have the opportunity. The parents don't have the stress on their mind from telling their child, we cannot afford for you to go.
That's what I said. Because it's not only you helping the kid, you're helping a family.
Yes,
Because
family.
a family can't afford to, whatever the family cannot afford to send their kid. So they were like, well, you can't go. So now you come back to school when these kids are going to DC and come back.
Right.
They're looking at you like, oh, you can't come back.
But
you couldn't go. Ha ha ha. But this is what happened.
But the entire thing is all part of community policing. Just by helping the school, they see that we're here to help them any way we can. And the police is not to be feared. We're here to help you, to assist you, because you never know when you might need us. And just being out there with the kids and they know who you are, you can't beat that moment.
Yeah.
You can't. And I hate that we feel that we need to destroy one another for our own personal gains. That's sad to me. I mean, I've been battling that monster my entire life.
Yeah.
Because I don't get discouraged easily. You just make me work harder.
Yeah. Well, I say that, and sometimes I say that disappoints me, man. Because right now in our county, and I've said this before, we have the most positions. We hold, the 9 Ether holds the most positions in Liberty County right now. And to see us not working completely together bothers me. It bothers me that we can't meet, fellowship, have a good time, and get things done. Because this whole experience could be very uplifting to our youth.
Yes.
We took advantage of that. Look, our leaders that have, God rest them, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and so many more leaders, John Lewis, all of them, right? The whole thing they wanted to see was us climb together and stand side by side.
Right.
Not because of a chaotic moment.
Right.
But because of a positive moment that we have agreed upon that we are going to do.
Right.
And to see us lose track of that for either it be political, either it be personal, even if it's ego, it's just beyond me.
Yes.
It's beyond me. I don't understand how you can even form your mouth to even do it. Does that make sense? I'm talking about on all aspects.
Right.
I mean, if you've heard some of the things that people have said about just myself and doing this show, I have a lot of positive feedback.
Yes.
The negative, though, I'm like, really? I know you can't get one without the other nowadays.
Right.
But to see who it comes from, you're like, really? Why?
Wasn't their idea.
Yep, that's it. That's what it is.
Wasn't their idea.
Oh my gosh.
That is so discouraging. But you know what? You live to fight another day. You live to fight another day, and you when you're an eagle, you don't mess with crows, but they can't fly at your elevation.
Say it again. Look, and guess what? I am an eagle too. I'm an Eagle Scout, though. You know, I am an Eagle Scout. Choice of the Lord, hopeful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. That's right. I still remember it. I still remember it. And I was one of the 9 Ether Scouts that came through Liberty County, and that experience was very different for me.
Yes.
I had state representatives there. I want to say Buddy DeLoach might have came. Right. I'm not sure, but even Buddy DeLoach, I got letters. That was a big event. and it was in 1998. No, 1999.
Right.
What you trying to say, Eddie? It was back then.
What I'm saying is,
I was just
you got it in 1999.
Wow. I was just coming off the trail.
So y'all both got jokes on me today.
I'm just saying, 1999. You was on the way to graduate. You was a Eagle Scout.
Yeah, bro. Do you know how big of a man? You know how much stuff you got to do.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Man,
Like, and look.
I wasn't no Eagle Scout.
I didn't get no shortcuts.
No nothing.
Yeah, I get you, but I didn't get no shortcuts because I could have got shortcuts because my father was a scoutmaster. But that man wanted me to get that. You hear me? I'm serious. My mother too, and they have two of the most prestigious awards. They have silver beavers. If y'all know what a silver beaver is,
We don't.
yeah, you be hating. If y'all don't know what a silver beaver is, it's one of the highest awards that you can get in scouting. Silver beavers, and my mother and my father have one. So yes,
Shout out.
yes.
Congratulations to you.
But you know what?
See how you just took my moment, yo.
No, I said congratulations. 25 years later, I'm saying congratulations.
Go ahead, Sheriff.
I have something I want to just say. The last two valedictorians from Bradwell Institute
Okay.
played on our AAU girls basketball team.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Valedictorian.
Yes, both. That's Bailey Gilmore.
Bailey. Oh, I know. Get Bailey. Yeah, she's in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
She from Manchester.
And Miss Alicia
that's
Estrada.
Oh, Lisa Estrada. Okay.
and
Yes.
Alicia's going to Georgia Tech, and Bailey had a scholarship. She went to Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So that was one of the things I was proud of because we didn't have a girls basketball team. It was all about boys.
Yeah.
And so shout out to Coach Harrison for help starting that Liberty Road Runners.
Shouts out to Coach Harrison.
And he came up with we won national championship. Our girls have been doing it.
Yes.
They making positive things happen here in Liberty County. Now the girls that's still coming up through Bradwell and Liberty basketball team. I touched a lot of them.
Yes.
So
I remember seeing you at a few. That was before we officially met. Speaking and talking. But then when we had conversations, that's when you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And you were there.
Yes.
You were always there, and even before you were sheriff, you were there.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm a community guy because my wife was in the military as well. She just retired this year. So for 13 years, she was in and out, back and forth, and I stayed here with the kids because I believe in this community and I love this community, and I think this was a great place for us to live. So she made that sacrifice to leave us here.
Okay.
So she sacrificed a lot of time away from our girls, and our son. So I'm hey, my hat's off to my queen. I don't tell her enough how much I appreciate her,
Queen Bowman.
but I love her and for everything she's done, and my wife has been deployed to all theaters.
Wow.
So and for her to just stay strong like that, and then come back here and have confidence that I'm taking care of the girls and the house and Michael, and that was a lot. But you know what? This community helped me quite a bit.
Okay.
Quite a bit. So I had a lot of people helping me. Big shout out to former Mayor Larry Baker for doing a lot of things for me to help me out.
Shouts out Mayor Larry Baker.
And I have to give out another shout out to Councilwoman Nelson. She helped me out a lot. And,
Shouts out to Councilwoman Vicki Nelson.
And also my good friend, Councilwoman Miss Diane Reed.
Councilwoman Diane Reed. Shouts out to you also.
Miss Reed is I call her a warrior.
Look, you better believe it.
She is a warrior.
Yes, sir.
So she does a lot of phenomenal things here in this community, and I cannot be remiss not to mention Mr. Patrick Underwood.
Oh yeah, Pat. What's up, Pat?
He do a lot of great things in this community as well. So shout out to him.
Yeah. Pat loves the youth, man. Yes. We'll be getting Pat on the show here soon, also.
Yes.
Now I'm gonna talk about this moment, and then we're gonna go into letting the public know what you wanted to let them know for the closing.
Okay.
But do you remember the march that we had from the Planet Fitness parking lot? I believe it was for Ahmaud Arbery.
Yes.
Listen to me, Eddie. That moment was so powerful, man. You had a group of people. Now, I wanted to march further, but we had the license for that, right?
Right.
But everyone was there. Everyone was tied in together. Everybody had the energy. It wasn't no energy of destruction. It was more energy of progression.
Right.
And I remember Sheriff Bowman was there.
Well, I was Trooper Bowman at that time.
Huh?
I was Trooper Bowman at that time.
Trooper. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But see, that stands on character once again.
Right.
Trooper Bowman, which is sheriff now,
right,
was there then.
Right.
And see, moments like that is what I remember.
Right.
Because I don't remember seeing everybody that was running for sheriff up there when that happened. I didn't see nobody that was a trooper there when that happened. I didn't even see him there as an officer, to be honest. I'm just being real. That moment right there, standing up for what you knew was right.
Right.
And you knew that the situation and what had gone on tells me a lot about you. It really does.
Well, that was another reason why I ran for sheriff, because I saw that some things in law enforcement weren't being done and were being overlooked. Mm-hmm. Because if you're not constantly in the community and having foresight to see things before it happened,
mm-hmm,
that's how you get behind.
Yes.
That's how you get behind. That's how you get lost. That's how a lot of bad officers get passed from one agency to the other, because the people that are in charge are not doing what they're supposed to do. They're in charge, but they're not in charge.
Yes.
So when a bad officer does something wrong, you're supposed to do the necessary paperwork to make sure he don't be an officer again.
I got you.
Ask me, does that happen here?
Did something like that happen here?
It happens here. I make sure.
Oh, wow.
Because if you do something wrong here, you do something wrong down the street.
I got you.
And you're not going to do it on my watch.
You know what? I've heard of that happening a lot of times, that an officer was at one department and then went somewhere else to another department, committed the same infraction but worse.
Right.
And now it's public, and now they go back in the history like, well, wait a minute, y'all knew this guy was,
exactly.
So yeah, that's something that's needed. Sure.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So on this one, because I know we're going to be having a lot more, I do want to tell you this. I appreciate you as a sheriff.
Thank you.
I appreciate you as a man. I appreciate your wife. Because it takes a lot to stand behind greatness. And I'm saying this, and y'all can call me conceited, because it takes someone to stand behind me also. It takes my family.
Right.
Because anything with me going on is going to go on with them.
Right.
So I appreciate you taking on that. I appreciate you keeping your cool head when the moment you could have just lost it and just went off on everybody.
Yeah. Even
with this whole thing that happened with the county and some people that disagreed with you, from everything that I'm hearing, there are other courses of action that you probably could have taken to even make that situation worse.
Yes.
And you didn't do that. So that shows character to me.
Well, my whole thing is I'm never going to do anything to embarrass this county. I'm definitely not going to commit a crime on the front steps of the courthouse. Most people, when they commit crimes, they do it behind closed doors, mm-hmm, and they do it in the still of the night. But that's not me. I've been an honest person all my life. I'm not going to do anything to embarrass this county. I'm not going to do anything to embarrass my family or myself. So it's a fault of mine for caring. But I'm not going to let, because I care about how this community moves forward and how this community can thrive together, I'm not going to let that discourage me to stop doing the things that I know that's right. So, devil, keep coming. Devil, keep coming. Because there's a lot of prayer warriors out there.
Yes,
they're going to make sure they're going to pray you away.
Especially at Bacon Town.
Oh, yes. Bacon is strong.
Bacon is strong. Look, Bacon is strong. Midway Congregation is strong. All of them are praying. I want to let you know that. Yes. My church family, I know for a fact, is praying for you.
Right.
So, and we pray for all of our public officials.
Right. And you know what else? The public spoke.
Yes. Oh, yeah. When we had that episode, you should have seen them numbers, man. You could add up all their numbers, and even close to adding up even the Republican candidate, and he still wiped it. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy. But not, what else did you expect? Yeah. So,
if God be for you,
who can be against you?
Exactly.
Who can be against you? So, what I want to say now is, everyone, go to YouTube, type in Black Kings. Don't forget the S. Black Kings Free Game. Hit that subscribe button. We are only a few weeks away from having the Black King and Queens After Dark episode, where we'll be giving out prizes and having deep discussions. I appreciate you guys, Kings and Queens, tuning in. Right now, we're going to have our last messages from the Kings. And King Bowman, what is it that you would like to tell the people on this wonderful day?
Well, first of all, I'd just like to thank you all for giving me this platform to be able to talk to the people.
Yes, sir.
And I'm always going to hope that I continue to keep coming back.
Yes, sir.
Just to bring the people up to speed on what's going on. I want everybody to be safe this Father's Day weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. It's a blessing to be a father. And the father is the head of the household, the leader. But he can't do it all by himself without his queen. So
better believe it.
It might be Father's Day, but we all know if you're a man that loves your queen, it's Father and Queen's Day.
Right.
So that two go together. And also, we are coming upon this hurricane season.
Yes, it is.
So let's start now preparing for what you're going to do if the hurricane does happen to come our way, to get yourself prepared. And also look out for your neighbors. We have a lot of elderly people in our community.
Tell them
and
about
they don't have family here. So if you know that person, reach out to them. Let them know that you're going to be the one that's going to be able to evacuate them in time of need. I know we have a lot of animal lovers. Unfortunately, your cattle and your horses can't go with you, but you can. There are a lot of hotels that does take your small pets, like your cats and your dogs, and if you don't have a plan for them, try to find a plan for them.
Yes.
So don't wait till the last minute to get yourself ready for hurricane season. At least know where you want to go. Make sure that you update your ID card, your driver's license, because on the re-entry coming back, once everything is over, when we start letting you back in, if we have to evacuate, we're going to look at what area you live in, and if your address is incorrect, and we have not letting that area in, you're not going to be able to get back in.
I got you. That's free game, y'all. Remember to update your IDs.
And if you're one of those ones that like to try to say, I'm going to ride it out, let me let you know, when the winds get to 35 miles an hour, police, fire, EMS, no one is rolling, because it'd be unsafe for our people to be out there to try to get to you, and we get them injured and hurt. Yeah. There's a lot of flying debris and everything else, the flooding. If you wait to the last minute and you're not prepared, just know that at 35 miles an hour winds consistently, we're not moving, because we're not going to endanger our people, and then we have to try to get to you once the storm has passed, and hopefully everything is okay.
Yeah, 35 miles per hour inside the car don't feel fast, but outside it, y'all ever rode a bike? Lift your head up, going 35 miles per hour, and see what the difference is.
So let's just stay positive and hope that the good Lord bless us again this year, that we don't sustain any type of hurricane damage.
Yes, sir.
Even with last year when we got the hurricane winds, you saw exactly what that did with the trees and debris flying. So let's just keep praying, Liberty County, and hope everybody's safe, and let's continue to move forward in a positive manner. Let's try to work together more. And our county, I tell you, I love it.
Yes, sir.
We are real respected in throughout the state of Georgia.
Yes, I've been hearing that also.
Yes.
Look, coming from some of those folks that say it, you just like, what? Because you live here, you don't know how other counties see you.
Right.
Amanda Marie says, vote, vote, vote in November. Y'all know what it is, because the same time we're doing the presidential vote, there will be another vote coming up for the Liberty County Sheriffs, which y'all go look at the numbers. But I want to say this. When it comes time to voting, don't forget, you need to show up. I want you guys to put that mental note in your mind. When you hear it's time for, because they have early voting in November also, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Go ahead and get it done. Do it as soon as possible. That way you don't have to worry about it. Your vote's in and it counts. Moving to King Myers. King Myers, you always have eloquent things to say. You know, because I keep trying to say, let your better be your best, and I can't get it right just like you. But what do you got for us today, King?
I want to shout out my queen.
Look, he love his baby.
Yeah, I gotta shout her out.
As he should.
She's a very strong woman. She's still fighting. That recovery, she's really fighting. She's putting everything worth, and I have to give her flowers, because she's been through a lot to still be able to smile every day.
Yes.
Still to walk around the house and look beautiful. Mm-hmm. Some days she may not feel like she's beautiful, but she's always beautiful to me.
Look at him, boy. Go ahead.
No matter what. But I have a little something for the sheriff and people listening. Be aware of the shadows, but focus on the sunshine ahead of you. And that's just something saying, because you always have to be aware of what's behind you. But the main focus is to focus what's in front of you, which is that light, the sunshine, because good and evil is always going to be something you deal with.
Right.
So as long as you focus on the evil, meant the good, but you're aware of what's behind you, which is evil, or, you know, the bad things, as long as you make it a balance, then you're good to go. Right. All right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you, King Myers. Yeah, King Myers be coming with it now.
Yeah, he does. The poet don't even know it.
Look, guys, from today's conversation, I want to address the kings and queens out there. Listen, we got to stay in the fight. Miss Amanda gave that out, and I was reading that. Staying in the fight. Staying in the fight means that we can also fight together. You hear it all the time that we're that one kid that can get jumped. Okay? We've been getting jumped. I want y'all to realize this. We've been getting jumped for years. All right? Now it's time for us to band together so nobody would want to continue to jump us. We got to stand and fight. But we got to stand and fight united. Because the separation is what's leaving these gaps. If you watch all these movies, you looked at the 300, right? In the 300, what did they have to do? They had the shield, right? And there was a deformed guy, right? Yes. He wanted to be a 300 so bad. Mm-hmm. And he would have had a very good role, because the king didn't even tell him, no, I can't use you. He said, you can't be on the shield wall because you'll make the shield wall weak.
Right.
He said, but you can do this. But that guy was like, no, I want to be. This is kind of like what we got going on. Somebody said, I can do a better job than you think, but they didn't get opportunity. So then it becomes sour.
Right.
right?
Right.
And if we don't have up our shield wall, if we have it's a phalanx, I think they call it a phalanx. If we don't have it up strong, then it's going to be a weak wall,
right.
and everybody's going to feel they're going to get through it.
Right.
So I urge us to stand together, kings and queens. Sheriff, I appreciate you. I look forward to the next other weekend when we come on.
Yes.
But thank you for being so transparent with us.
That's the only way to be.
Thank you. Look, and hey, King Myers, I know you got a lot on your mind, and I know you love your queen.
Yeah.
But we thank you too, brother. So everybody out there, it's your boy King Conda, the people's champ, and we're out.
Yeah.
We out.